Good Sunday morning, everybody. It's been an interesting time for sports. We have the New York Knickerbockers. They finally won, I believe, for the first time in 53 years or 52 years, whatever it is. Some incredible achievement that a long time fans in New York City have not seen in their lifetime for a lot of them. So congrats to the fans and to the team, great players. They played exceptional throughout the playoffs. And they had been building towards this moment for years. Um, and I love the name, actually. Everyone calls them the New York Knicks, the New York Knickerbockers. It almost sounds like something else that you can't say, which is really funny. I think Stephen A. Smith actually for some reason he had like a Freudian slip the other day and he said the word, but it was funny. So congrats to the Knicks fans, but very quick rant about allegedly what we're seeing in New York. There's a lot of Knicks fans, or I don't know if they're actually fans, but there's a lot of people in New York. Uh, Apparently during the finals and immediately after the finals, they're going out into the streets. They're taking to the streets and they're fucking up their city. They're trashing their city. They're like setting a bus on fire apparently and beating up cars and shit like that. I don't understand this attitude or this behavior. It's like you won. You won, you fucking assholes. What are you like? Who riots? What kind of people riot when their team wins? Like, you know, like you don't do that if your team loses, but let alone when your team wins. But these same people in New York have the audacity to boo Donald Trump when he comes to New York. And I understand there's a lot of people that are pissed off that he came to the game, mainly because of the traffic, because of all the security precautions. That's understandable. But Donald Trump is literally someone who helped build the city and was very popular until he ran for president. He was a very, very popular person throughout the entire country before he ran for president. But I just find it funny when Trump comes back to New York, where he's from, and people want to complain and protest against Trump, who literally helped build New York. And these motherfuckers are the ones that are trying to tear down their city. Not all of them, obviously, but there's some bad apples out there. So to me, that's just something I have to point out. My brain immediately went to that when I've been seeing what they're doing in New York, which is supposed to be safe and clean, but you got some real rascals up there in New York. Um, a little bit about the series that was played, the basketball that was played. It was good basketball. Jalen Brunson came up clutch. He was Jalen Bunsen for some of the games, but Jalen Brunson came up clutch. The Knicks are just too clutch, and the Spurs are great choke artists. Not since the Cleveland Chocoliers, which also choked the Knicks. The Knicks, man, they're such a resilient team, and they're such a talented team. And so the Spurs, I mean, they choked pretty badly. That 29-point game, they almost won Game 5, but there was no way they were winning this series. You could have bet the fucking house on the Knicks after Game 4, and you would have got your present as soon as Game 5, which is what I thought was going to happen. So, um, the Spurs are a good team. Wembanyama's a good player, but he's a little dirty. You know, he's fucking doing spinning elbows like he's in the UFC and getting flagrant fouls. So he's an interesting player to watch. But the Spurs just got outcoached and got outplayed. But they had a fantastic season as well. They could easily be back. Both teams could easily be back, and that would be an interesting rematch if it happens. Um, so it's a good season, good playoffs for basketball. And congrats to New York fans for sure. It's great that they got a championship. I think that's actually good for the NBA. And, let the team that's You know, they're a marquee city. I think they're the most valuable team in the NBA, despite having horrible success for years and years and years. But they won. Good for the city of New York and the fans and the organization and the team and all that and the league. But these motherfuckers that are tearing down their city, like, I don't understand that logic. America has too many rascals in it. Not sure there's anything else to say, but I think the right team won, and yeah, New York. New York. It was a fantastic season for them. Um, the NBA every season there's been a new champ for the last couple of years. New York. Hopefully they're healthy next year. They might be able to repeat or at least get back to the finals. One more thing, and that's what I was going to say. I think it's ridiculous for Dallas that they had both Luka and Jalen Brunson both drafted in the same year. They had those guys playing together, and they played pretty well together. But Jalen Brunson belonged having his own team, as he proved, and Luka has been to the finals before Jalen Brunson, you know, and obviously Luka wasn't healthy this season. It would have been interesting to see the Lakers with Luka, probably. Although I'm not sure if the result would have been any different. Of course, they actually wouldn't have. New York would not have met, you know, the Lakers unless it was the finals. That might have been an interesting series, but probably the outcome would be about the same. But just for the city of Dallas and the Dallas organization, they fucked up in so many ways. They gave away Jalen Brunson and they gave away Luka. And they didn't get much back in return. And now the NBA looks completely different. But it was a good outcome, just not for the Mavericks. So congrats to Knicks. Knicks fans, behave. Don't fuck up your city. You should be proud of your city, and it was good for New York City. Puts New York, not that New York needs to be, you know, not that it needs the spotlight shown on it, but that's great for the city of New York and New York sports.